When I'm creating a piece of jewelry, every now and then I like to have just a touch of sparkle, and I accomplish that with tube settings. Now there's a couple of different ways that you can create tube settings. One, you can take a thick walled tubing and cut the seat and get that all soldered into place and do the entire process on your own. Or you can take a shortcut and you can buy pre-made tube settings that have a seat cut and are ready to go for pre-calibrated stones. And in this case, I really do prefer those settings that are offered by Halstead Bead. Hi, I'm Melissa Muir. Let's jump in and let's take a look at those now and see how I use them in my own work. So here I have a small sampling of my work, including those that use the different settings. So in the case of this freeform bracelet, I have 3 different settings and they are all different colors, and I've picked those colors based on the different colors that were in my stone itself. In addition, I can take and just solder tubes onto just small little accent pieces. I can then begin to incorporate it into my larger piece, and they can even become a portion of the focal of my piece as well. Now here you'll see I have a number of sizes. We have 6mm, 5, 4, 3, and 2mm stones. And there are a number of calibrated CZs in different colors and clear, as well as some natural stones. Let's take a look real quick on how to use these as I show you how to make a pair of earrings similar to this little stick earring.
For this project, we are going to use 2 pieces of 2mm wire, or approximately 12 gauge. We need 1-inch pieces, and we are also going to use 2 pieces of 20 gauge wire, which is approximately 0.8 millimeters, and we need 50 millimeters or 2 inches of that. We now have our 4 pieces, and the next thing we need to do is to file these. We need to remove any rough edges and also make sure everything is flush. I also like to put a slight curve onto those. When looking at the tube settings, you can tell the front from the back. The front has a narrow or a thinner wall, and it also has a seat cut into it, whereas the back has a thick wall. I first use Prips Flux, where I dip them in, and then I sweat solder onto the bottom of each of the curved pieces a little piece of solder. This is going to make it easier to solder the tubes on in later steps. Now that these are done, we are going to bring over those tubes, place them onto the bottom, and I'm going to heat it up. I want to take care not to heat up the tube itself, but rather the wire, and the solder will flow onto the tube. Once the solder has flowed, quench and pickle, and we're ready to now solder our ear wires into place. I like to hold these with tweezers. Again, I want to avoid hitting that wire with the torch and just allow that solder to flow from the heat. An easy way to set the stone is to place your stone upside down on your bench block. That will help to seat it in the proper way. Next, I will strike the setting punch with a nylon dead blow hammer to help close the walls of that tube around the edges of my stone to secure it into place. For the next step, I'm going to polish. In this case, I'm using Platinum White by Fordham and a cotton buff just to give this a really nice high shine. And then finally, we are going to start to shape our ear wires. In this case, I like to use my flat nose pliers and create kind of a flat spot. So I hold it in my flat nose pliers, bend it down, and we're ready to go on that one. Of course, we are going to repeat those steps on the next ear wire. Once I have those, then I can cut my ear wires to length. In this case, they're quite long, and we don't want them quite that long. So I'll just trim off the end here and match up the next earring and trim that one to match. My next step is to take my flat nose pliers once again and place just a little bend here at the end of the ear wires. That helps them to stay in the ear a little bit better.
So as you can see, it's very simple to create a wonderful pair of earrings in a very short amount of time. I've included all of the part numbers for the different items that I've used here. And as always, if you have questions, just be sure to drop me a line. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you for joining me.